Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal's space program, where last episode we delivered the S0 truss and got that installed. But I realized we're not actually quite done here. We need to get Bill to EVA because we actually need to move the Canadarm onto the S0 truss. We have a port specifically designated for it. And so up we go. There we go. We've got a little bit of speed here. We're probably going to have to turn that down a bit. But what we need to do here, and I have no idea how effective this is going to be, we're going to have to do some experimentation. So the idea here is we're going to need to replace the current grab arm on the Canadarm because we need to move which end is attached, right? So we're going to replace the current grab arm, and I think that we have a docking port around here somewhere. Yeah, this is a docking port junior, so that's perfect. I'm going to grab this grab arm. We're going to put it here where we've actually already got a spare, and we're going to put this docking port right on the end of the Canadarm, just like that. There we go. That's the only thing that we need to do there, but now what we need to do is we need to get this attached here. So this docking port right here, right? So then the question is, if we have it docked here and have it docked here, and we undock here, is that going to undock this? If it does, that means that we're going to have to secure it with the shuttle first, which could be exciting. We'll see how we want to end up doing that. But first, what I want to do is I want to get it docked here. So to that end, we're going to need to head to the ISS, and I want to make sure that we're in the correct orientation here. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to get this hinge turned out over this way to like 0 degrees for right now. Then we're going to want to rotate this over to 90 degrees, but not this way, negative 90 degrees. Now this is going to start swinging a little bit, and hopefully we get that under control. Okay, that seems reasonably fine. Now, we're going to need to, I believe, turn this hinge a little bit. What is the servo at? Negative 106 right now? I'm going to put that over to exactly 90. It's probably going to need to be a little further than that, but we might not want to have that hinge be the one to do it. So then we can set this angle to be in over this way, right? What I'd like it to be is basically pushing directly in, and this can clip through, right? There's going to be no collision here. So that can clip through like so, but I want this to be actually about 45 degrees, feels about right here. So we're going to put this at negative 45. That's approximately right. Then I want to use this servo, which is currently at negative 90. I want to increase that to about negative 115. So about another 45 degrees on that. I think a little further. We're going to take it up to like negative 145 or 135 probably. 135 is probably about where we want to be. There we go. So somewhere around there. Cool. Next, I'm going to set this at negative 90 for this hinge. Cool. It's moving very slowly, but that's expected. We actually want the arm to move very slowly. It reduces the amount of rocking, which is a good thing. Now, one thing to note, we're actually on kill rot here, and this thing is not trying to shake itself apart. So that's a good sign. We've got it strutted down pretty well at this point, I feel like. So that is absolutely great. Now, we can see this docking port is a little on the low side, and we're going to have to rotate it a bit with this servo. So that's going to need to be, I think, at least 30 degrees. But probably more like 45. Yeah, 45 feels about right. Then we're going to need to change our overall rotation down here, right? So currently this is at 135. I think this needs to go slightly further. I'm going to try 145. That is basically bang on. Okay, I like it. So for right now, we're going to extend this out very, very, very slightly. Okay, so I want this to be at about 0.75, maybe 0.67. That's about right. This then I want to extend out very, very, very slightly. It only needs to go out to about here or so. Okay, so these are basically right on each other, right? So that's fine. We could definitely get a little bit more angling here, but I think it's probably reasonably close enough. Now the question is, if we undock this, what happens? So if we control from here and set this as our target, which we can't currently do, I think this is just going to float off at this moment. Now I'm going to freeze the physics, or we actually can't because Bill is on the ladder here. I'm going to have him hop into the lab, and we'll freeze the physics here. A bit. We may actually want to strut this on just for purposes of physics. So we grab a strut here, and we strut from here, if we can, to up over here, right about now. Okay. So the purpose behind that was to just stop the swaying that it was doing. Now, if we remove that, it's probably going to resume the swaying, isn't it? It is. Okay. I do want to know what happens if we undock over here at this point. So I'm just going to quick save just in case something goes absolutely terribly wrong. And then we're going to undock from this point and find out exactly what happens. Okay, yeah, it picks up quite a lot of velocity. So that's understood. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. And then we're going to set this docking port up here as our target. We're just going to have to grab it with the shuttle and move it that way. It's definitely not ideal. So relative velocity plus, that's okay. Let's move around to relative velocity plus. And we'll just match speeds with it. It is kind of on the way here. We can open our cargo bay back up, and we can rotate this guy around. So just have that be at 0 for now. And we can extend these. There we go. And we need to burn this direction. So backwards, right? This is a reverse angle burn here. And there we go. That's reasonably fine. So now we're going to control from here, although this is potentially going to get very swingy, right? So we would like to have this strutted in, ideally. Which does, of course, mean that potential problems ensue. So we would need to have our engineer here. We can arm this, we can control from here. This is going to start swinging around wildly at this point. And there we see. Yep, it is indeed swinging. So that is expected. Let's go get Bill, and let's have him anchor that into place. Come on out, Bill. Come out and play. Okay. That is an odd direction to be going, Bill. Let's just get out of here. There we go. So we just need to move the arm, right? And ideally the arm would be able to move itself, but KSP is really not designed for that. It is set up in such a way where it should theoretically work, but it doesn't. KSP doesn't like that. So here we are. So we're just going to grab on here. There we go. And we're going to grab ourselves a strut, which I think, yeah, the struts are right over here. Cool. So we're just going to grab this, and I would like to strut it to this guy right about now. There we go. That's going to be much more solid. Fantastic. So I really do want to be grabbing actually about here or so, right at this joint. So let's just make our way on in. RCS on. This is the wrong direction. There we go. So we're going to head in for now at about 0.2 meters per second, 0.3, 0.4. I'm going to go for about 0.5 meters per second. There we go. And we're just closing in on the arm here. Now we're still drifting away from the station, I think. But we're just relative to the arm, moving in at about half a meter per second. Now that's going to take a little while. We can physics warp on the way in. Cool. So we're getting closer here. We're probably going to need to change our directionality here in just a moment. So let's come out of physics warp and let's begin our braking burn. Just adjusting our trajectory a bit as we do that. Okay, so we're now braked, and I want to move us this direction, right? So I want to grab it basically right here. So, to that end, it's a little hard to see, but I think we need to go about like this-ish. A little bit more. This is not that's roll there. Yep, that's roll. So what's pitch? This is pitch? Ish? That's pitch-ish. Well, it's trying to get us back to that position, right? So that's roll. That's also roll. There's a lot of things here that are apparently roll. Okay. This is yaw. This is definitely roll. So this should be pitch, right? I guess, kinda. Okay, so then we would roll it like this, approximately. Now we're going to come into the target. This is probably not going to be exactly perfect. But let's just bring it in about like this, and we'll see where we need to adjust. Oh, this is definitely not perfect. Okay, let's roll it over like this, approximately. And then, of course, we'll need to RCS our way over to here, just to change our trajectory to go in the new quote-unquote forward direction, right? So something like that looks pretty solid for a grab point. Yep, that seems absolutely okay. Now, this is going to be flopping around all over the place, is my expectation here. We'll see if it does, but that is my expectation. Okay, so we'll grab this. It doesn't matter which end we attach, actually. What's up with this hinge? I don't know what's up with that hinge, but whatever. We should be grabbing this very, very soon. There we go. So yeah, this is going to be flopping all over right now. I'm not entirely certain what's up with this hinge. Motor is disengaged. Okay, mildly awkward. We might have to redo this section here. I think this hinge might be a little bit broken, but that's reasonably fine. So from here, I want to control from our cockpit. There we go. This is going to wobble around. That's understood. At this point, we can just burn towards the station a tiny bit. Okay. I want to have something on the station that we set as our target so we can see our relative velocity. We're a little too far away right now, so that's reasonably fine. We're heading this direction, but we are getting closer. So obviously we need to go to the S0 truss, right, and put it in there. So that's off over this way. I want to get close enough to where we can grab, yeah, a target right here. Perfect. So 0.6 meters per second. Let's just adjust our velocity here so we're going straight. There we go. And really, we want to be heading down here, right? So that's reasonably fine, but let's just get closer to the station right now at about 3 meters per second or so. And let's point at the target. Okay. So something along the lines of that will do for the moment. This is actually not waving around as much as I expected it to, remarkably. So now we know that moving the Canadarm is going to be awkward just because of the way things are implemented in KSP. So that's definitely a thing. So we're just working on getting a little bit closer to the station right now. Really, this docking port is the one that we're angling for. So I'm starting to brake here. Okay, I want to go to relative velocity plus. And we are absolutely braking as much as we can right now. Cool. So just bringing this down, we're going to have to go right and go past the station a little bit here. So that's okay. We're going to drift off to the right. I want to point at target right now. RCS off, please, for the moment. So we point at the target, but I want to point a little bit like down over here and a little bit off to the, I guess, left. So like off over here, right? And we're just going to head in at a little bit of speed. The question is, are we going to end up clipping anything over here? We'll find out. Let's just make our way in slowly for the moment. I think we should probably turn this thing all the way around and come in this direction. Something like this. Much less likely to clip it. And we might want to add a little bit of, from our current perspective, upward momentum. Just to make sure. Okay. So we're clear now, and I am bringing us to a halt. There we go. Cool. So now we need to dock up over here, right? So I want to just grab one of these. And really, since we know we have this hinge issue here, we could have Bill EVA. And we could redo this whole section, right? So I think I'll wait on that. We'll just control from here. Yeah, we'll just have this be the side that we dock up to because we know we have that hinge issue. So I'm going to set this to be 0 degrees. There we go. And we can control from here. And now I want to point at target. We don't need RCS for that. Oof. Okay, I didn't think we were that close. So, that's exciting. We are pushing this thing so hard. Okay, we just broke everything, but sure. That did not go well at all. That is entirely my own fault. We're going to control from here. Relative velocity up. I didn't think we were that close, to be honest. That is 100% my own fault. 100% my own fault. So we're going to get back into position. We can repair all of that. And we're going to have to. But let's bring this on in. Yeah, I did not expect to actually impact it, let alone generate that much force with our turn. That was a lot of force. For just reaction wheels? It's kind of insane. So we're bringing this back around. Very awkward, no doubt about it. But I thought we were far enough away, so that's entirely my own fault. I'm putting this on kill rot for right now. And I just want to come back in on virtually the same trajectory. We should be far enough away now, so that's absolutely fine. Let's just bring this right on in at about 1 meter per second for right now, so we can warp in theory. There we go. And we're going to have to repair the bits that we broke there. I want to unwarp. There we go. That's the right button. And we're going to decelerate here just a wee bit. Okay. So we can see here that we are not exactly in the orientation that we want to be in. But we definitely shoved the station a bit there. So that was definitely an issue. I want to RCS here, and I want to yaw over about like this. And I want to, yeah, it is going to be this guy here, right? So I want to continue to yaw a bit and probably get a little bit of pitch going here. Okay, I'm just trying to line us up a little bit here. But now we can, in theory, control from here. But I'm going to have Bill EVA quick. I want to anchor that down a bit. So we're going to let go here, and we're going to head up over this way. Okay, I want to grab a strut. So we grab this strut here, and we attach it temporarily, just like that. Then I'm going to grab this strut and attach it temporarily, just like that. That should add a lot of rigidity to this. So that's great. Now we're going to have Bill hop back in, and we're going to get this installed. Okay, so we're going to control from here, point at target. Cool. And we can see that we definitely need to go from this perspective down a bit. So we can certainly do that. We're going to go, so we need to fire our up thrusters, right? Yeah, so we need to go like this direction. And maybe like forward a bit. Which way are our thrusters firing here? Oh, right. I gotcha. I figured out what's going on here. Yeah, that's reasonably fine. I want to go this direction a wee bit. Okay. Now I'm trying to bring us in to here to be going directly away from the target, just so that I know exactly where our velocity is. Cool. And we can kill that velocity really quickly. So this direction, now that I've figured out a bit where our directionality is, we need to go from here up a bit. So this is in the forward vector if we were here. From this vector, up is... I've actually forgotten. Okay, I'm going to put us on kill rot, and we're going to control from here. And we're going to go in the forward vector. So about like this. The major concern I have right now is that we may, coming in this direction, impact over here. We probably want to turn around and have our shuttle be on the other side. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to control from here, pointing at target again. So I do want to rotate this around so that our shuttle, and I don't want to be using RCS right now. I want to rotate this around so that our shuttle is on this side, right? So something along the lines of this. Which, of course, does mean that we now need to come in the backwards vector, or the up vector, perhaps. Indeed. So I'm going to put us on kill rot, and we're going to control from here because I know what directionality we need to go from this vector. We need to go this way, and a bit in the... We need to go backwards and a bit in the up vector. So something along the lines of this is what we're targeting. Okay, so that's much better angle-wise. Let's bring that right on over. There we go. And let's break it. There we go. RCS off. And we are controlling from here again. This is the non-broken one, right? No, that's the broken one. We're controlling from here. And we're pointing at target. That's significantly better. We still need to go a bit up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to RCS, and we're going to go in. I think this is going out, actually. Yes, it is. We need to go the other direction. So we want to go in about here. And the question is, are we currently going in the up vector at all? This is the up vector. So yes, we are going in the up vector here. I like it. So that seems reasonably fine. Let's just keep this aligned. And then we're going to have to do our repairs, of course, which is going to be a whole thing. And we'll have to unstrut this, but that's fine too. Okay, so we're just waiting here until we are about in line, which is approximately now-ish. So I'm then just bringing this over so that our prograde vector is on the target vector. Approximately like that. And then we can accelerate in a little bit. Up to like 0.3 meters per second seems good. And I think our angling is reasonably fine here. This is an awkward way to move the arm around, no doubt about it. But it does get the job done. I think it's very clear that the arm is not designed in KSP to work. Like, the way that docking and grabbing works is not designed to work the way that the arm works in reality. I think that's very, very clear. So, at this point, this should be absolutely okay. Maybe. Can we not do this, though? Okay, so we completely failed to dock there. Let's get our RCS under control here. We're definitely wiggling all around. Which directionality are we going here? Okay. Let's get that under control. Cool. I guess we need to try to move in a little bit slower here. So we'll try 0.1 meters per second. That could take a bit to get there. But yeah, it definitely pushed the station rather than docking. So one thing I didn't do is I didn't control from here, set this as our target. That probably would help. So, oh, come on. Stop going away on me. Set as target and point at target. Okay. There we go. And we can make some very minor alterations here. And hopefully docking forces won't completely destroy everything. We definitely need to do some repairs up over this way. That's for sure. We know we're going to need 8 repair kits plus an additional 9. Ooh, man, look at this thing just wiggling all around. No. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, man. I was hoping that we'd be more solid up here, but we definitely weren't. Okay. So we're going to need to do something about that. Absolutely. Let's get this under control. The station is turning towards us right now. I want to move in over here. Okay. So I want to point at target. Let's not push the station, please. Okay. Killing that rotation. I want to point at the target specifically with this guy. Control from here. There we go. Yep, that'll do. Now, RCS on. And we want to burn basically just towards target, right? The main problem is, as we get closer, we're going to have to put this on kill rot. Because as we get closer, it tries to make minor adjustments, and that creates that oscillation. So we're going to have to put it on kill rot for the moment and just move in this way. That should do the trick. Okay, let's get this positioned so that we can get our repairs done. That would be nice. Any moment now. Actually, we can move in slightly faster, probably, like 0.2 meters per second, as long as we don't have that oscillation. I think the oscillation was the core issue there. Okay, so minor issues with moving the Canadarm, for sure. But now we're docked up. Okay, so now Bill can EVA, and we're going to let go here. We're going to head right on up here, because we need to do some repair work. So, up we go, and where are those repair kits at? How many do we have left over? We're going to have to restock our repair kits. No doubt about that. I believe our repair kits are up here. Oh, we've got lots. We have lots and lots of repair kits. Okay, so we're going to grab 4 of them. There we go. And we're going to head down over here. We need 4 per Gigantor. So we're just going to get this guy repaired. There we go. And that was entirely my own fault. We're going to have to unstrut that down there as well. So that's okay. We're then going to head up over here. Grab another 4 repair kits. That only took 1 of them. Okay, that's exciting. And now we're too far away. Sure. I guess we'll take these 2. I guess we won't. Any moment now. There we go. We got 4. That was awkward. We're going to head down here and hopefully not break anything. Okay. Repair that Gigantor. Perfect. And then we're going to come back. We still need to repair one of those thermal units, right? So right back in we go. We're going... No. Stop it. Overshooting that a bit. Okay, we're going to grab this EVA repair kit. There we go. And we're going to head on down over here. All we're looking to repair here, of course, is this guy. So we'll repair that. That didn't actually take. Any moment now. Come here. There we go. Then we're going to come back and grab our parachute, just in case. So we grab the parachute. Put that in. There we go. And we're going to head on back to the shuttle now. Excellent. So at this point, we want to start unstrutting some of these struts. We can leave these struts here. Like within the... within the science module where most of our struts already are, right? So that's absolutely fine. Or we have some struts there anyway. So we can remove this strut here. There we go. And for the moment, we're going to have to head up over this way. So that's 1 strut gone. I want to put it in here. There we go. And then we've got a couple of struts over here, right? So we've got this one that is strutted up over this way. I want that to get removed. There we go. And we'll head over here with it. Come here. There you go. And then we impact the arm slightly. It's fine. I'm sure it's okay. Then we're going to grab this strut. Okay, we'll put that there for now. Head over towards the science lab a bit. I actually didn't get as far over as I was hoping. But we can just drift on over here. There we go. It seems like there was another strut here, but I don't actually see one. So that might be it. I thought there was a 4th. But maybe not. We'll hop on in here. I'm going to quick save in case anything goes horribly wrong. And we're going to ungrab here. So we release that. Cool. Looks like we're fine. So we're going to disarm our advanced grabbing unit. And we can then stow all of this. So target extension down, and the target angle for this hinge, of course, is going to go back to 180 degrees. Phenomenal. There's our shuttle arm stowed, and the Canadarm has been moved. Now, we do have that small hinge problem down here. And I think that we just need to replace this hinge, as in take it off and put it back on. That's something that we can do basically anytime we choose. For now, I want to unfurl these newly repaired solar panels. And it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to head back with the shuttle here, I think. I might decide to replace the hinging here. We'll see. That'll be a bit of a project. We'll have to get the arm... Like, we can just put the arm up over here and be anchored to that. That's not a big deal. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamers, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.